Hello everyone, good morning. So today we are going to start our new exercise, that is exercise 2A. Before starting off, let's just quickly revise all such things that we have learned in our previous video. So let's get into it. So in our previous video we have learned about fraction. What is fraction? Fraction is nothing but P by Q form. In short, I'm going to discuss all such things. P by Q form. P and Q are what? P and Q are whole numbers. P and Q are whole numbers, and P where Q not equal to 0, right? In layman language, what is fraction? Fraction is nothing but part of the whole. And what are the types of fraction? Proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction. Let's say improper, mixed, then we have decimal, then we have vulgar, then we have like, unlike, and equivalent. Let me just give you one example which will make you understand and it will revise your concept once again. So proper fraction is what? Where the denominator is greater than the numerator. Improper is what? Improper is where the numerator is greater than the denominator. Mixed fraction is what? A natural number along with the proper fraction. Decimal fraction is what? Where the denominators are the multiples of 10. What is vulgar fraction? Except all such decimal fraction, the fractions which remains are called vulgar fraction. Let's say 3 by 5 is there. Like fraction is what? Where the denominators are absolutely same. Unlike fractions are what? Unlike fractions are where the denominators are not same in a fraction basically. Let's say 3 by 6. Equivalent fraction is what? Let's say 1 by 2 is here. What is the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2? We have to just multiply a common number which is being multiplied in numerator as well as in denominator. So what is the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2? Equivalent fraction of 1 by 2 is 2 by 4. You can you can find many more equivalent fractions of 1 by 2 and any other fractions, right? And last but not the least, how to do the addition for like fractions. Like fractions addition is very easy, where denominators is same. Let's say 2 by 5 plus 3 by 5. If the denominators are same, we have to simply add the two numbers. What is that? Result is 5 by 5. That is, the answer is 1, right? If numerator and denominator are same in multiplication under multiplication form, then we can cancel both of them, right? If the denominators are not same, let's say 2 by 5 plus 1 by 2. What we have to do? We just find out the LCM of 2 and 5. What is the LCM of 2 and 5? We can easily find out that LCM of 2 and 5 is 10. So 2 by 5. If I want to convert 5 into 10, how do I find it? 5 into 2 is 10, and we have to multiply the same number with the numerator. So 4 by 10 is the equivalent fraction of 2 by 5. We have to find the equivalent fraction of both the fractions for which the denominator must be same. It should be like. So for half, what we have to do? Half 2 into 5 will give you 10. So we have to multiply with 5 only. So 5 by 10. And for adding, now the sum is very easy because it is coming under like fractions, right? So 4 by 10 plus 5 by 10, which will give you what? 9 by 10. So that is the summary of my previous video, and let's just start our new exercise, that is exercise 2A. So our first question is expressed as directed 3 5 by 14 as an improper fraction. We have already discussed in our last video that how to convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction. So what is the procedure? The procedure is very simple. First you have to write the mixed fraction, that is 3 5 by 14. Then we have to simply multiply these two numbers. So what is the result over here? 14 into 3. And we have to calculate the data 3 and 14 multiplication, and then simply add this number with 5, and the denominator will remain same. So what is the result over here? That is 42 plus 5 is 47. So 47 by 14 is the required answer for question number 1. So let me do one more sum for you. Question number 4. 9 by 5 as a fraction with numerator 54. So they want one equivalent fraction of 9 by 5, and the result that they wanted to be happen, that is numerator should be 54. So if the numerator should be 54, so how do we find that number with which 9 is getting to be multiplied so that the result will come 54? What we have to do? We just simply divide 54 by 9, then we can find out the answer, that is 6, right? That is 6. So 6 is the number with which 9 is getting multiplied with. So the first step is to write 9 by 5 as it is, and then simply put one equal to sign and 9 into 6. And I have told you earlier that whatever may be the number is getting multiplied with either numerator or in the denominator, we have to do the same for the next cases. In this case 6 is getting multiplied with the numerator, then we have to repeat the multiplication with 6 in the denominator also. So what is the result over here? That is 54 is the numerator. That is the question that demands 54. It should be there in our numerator form. And what is the denominator over here? It is very simple, that is 30. So basically 54 by 30 is the equivalent fraction of 9 by 5. So let's move into question number 2. What is question number 2? Compare the following fraction. Compare the following fraction means they want to know that which fraction is greater or lesser than the next one. Is 9 by 11 is greater than 9 by 13, or 9 by 11 is less than 9 by 13. So how do we find it? To compare two fractions, we need to first equalize the denominators. That is the first task. First we have to equalize the denominator. So equalize means what? We have to convert this fraction. We have to convert this fraction into like fractions. Right now the condition is unlike fractions are there. We have to convert these unlike fractions into like fractions. As I have discussed with this topic in my previous video as well. So pay your attention carefully. So what we have to do, just find out the LCM of 11 and 13. LCM of 11 and 13. So we have to write solution. LCM of 11 and 13. How do we find it? Simply 11 and 13. So what is the common factor of 11? 1 and 11, because 11 is a prime number. So 11 and 1, and 13 will remain same, right? Now 1 is there, so we don't need to find out the common factor of 1, that is 1 only. So 13 only remains. 13 is another prime number, so that means 1 and 13 are the two common factors of 13. So 13 over here and 1 comma 1. Our process is almost done. So we have to find out the LCM. How do we find it? Simply multiplying these two numbers, that is 11 and 13. So 11 and 13, 11 into 13 is basically the LCM of 11 and 13. So 11 into 13 is what? 13 into 10 is what? 130. 130 plus 13 is what? 143 is the answer, right? 143 is the answer. So that means we have to convert this 9 by 11 with the equivalent fraction with having that denominator of 143. So the number is 9 by 11, and we have to extend this by and multiply 11 with 13, and the same process will repeat in the numerator as well, right? So 11 into 13 is what? 11 into 13 is what? We have calculated already, that is 143. And 13 into 9 is what? 117, right? And for 9 by 13 it is very simple. 143, that is 13 into 11 and 9 into 11, right? So 13 into 11 is again 143, and 9 into 11 is 99. So clearly we can see the denominators are absolutely same. So that means at present 117 by 143 and 99 by 143 are coming under like fractions. So we can easily calculate, we can easily compare these two quantities, these two fractions. So right now we have seen that 117 is greater than 99. So we have to write like this: since 117 is greater than 99, therefore 9 by 11 is greater than 9 by 13. That is the answer for question number 2, 1. So here is question number 2, 3. Question number 2, 3 is what? 11 by 13 and 13 by 14. The same process will repeat once again. LCM of 13 and 14. Simply calculate the LCM, that is 13 comma 14. What is the common factor of 13? 13 is 13 and 14 will remain same, because there is no common factor between 13 and 14. So we have to write 14 as it is, right? Now comes 14. 14 have the common factor, 14 has the common factor of 2, right? And then 7 is again a prime number, so that is 7 only, right? So LCM is basically 13 into 2 into 7, that is basically 13 into 14 only. So 14 into 3 is what? 14 into 3 is 42, 4 will carry, and 14 into 1 is 14 plus 4 is 18, right? So 182 is the LCM of 13 and 14. So the next process is we have to convert these two fractions into like fractions, or we can say equivalent fractions. So 11 by 13, for 11 by 13 what we have to do? Just simply extend this by and multiply 13 with 14 to get 182 as our result, and the same process will repeat in the numerator form as well. So 14 into 11, so first we have to calculate 14 into 10. 14 into 10 is 140. 140 plus 14 is 154, right? 154 is the answer. So 154 by 182, right? And then 13 by 14 is there. Again we have to do the same process, that is 14 into 13 to get 182 as our result, and 13 into 13. So 13 square, basically 13 into 13 is 169. So 169 by 182. So that these two fractions are coming under like fractions, and we can simply compare these two fractions. So clearly we have seen that 169 is greater than 154. So that means 13 by 14 is greater than 11 by 13. So what we have to do, we just write down, since 169 is greater than 154, therefore 13 by 14, either you can put this sign or you can simply write in the language form, that is also okay. So 13 by 14 is greater than 11 by 13. So that is the question, that is question number 2, 3, and let's just continue question number 3. So here it is, question number 3. Question number 3, 1 is what? Basically arrange the following fractions in ascending order. That is very similar to our previous question as well. For comparing as well, we need to find out the like fractions. We need to find out the like fractions. Here unlike fractions are given. We have to convert these unlike fractions into like fraction. That is our task, and then we can simply find out the answers, or we can simply represent this data in ascending order. So for like fractions, what we have to do, the process is very same. So solution, LCM we have to find. So LCM of 5, 15, 10 and 2, right? What we have to do, simply write this. Now see, there are 3 numbers which have the common factor, that is 5 only, right? And 2 and 10 have the common factor, that is 2. So 2 quantities are there, so we have to calculate in a bulk, right? So there 5, 15 and 10, that is the 3 numbers are there which have the common factor, that is 5. So what will come? 1 and then 3, then 2, then 2 will remain same because 5 is not the common factor of 2. So 2 will remain as it is. Now comes 1, 3, 2, 2. So what is the common factor over here? the two quantities are 2 and 2. So we have to write 2 over here because the common factors of 2 and 2 is 2 basically. So 1, 3, 1, 1, right? So what will remain? What remains? That is 3 only. So we have to write 3 over here, and that is our final result. When 1, 1, 1 or 1 could be identified in the last step, so that is the end of that process to find out the LCM of any sort of numbers, right? So what we have to calculate, we have to simply multiply 5, 2 and 3 and find out the LCM of 5, 15 and 10 and 2. So LCM is very easy, 5 into 2 into 3. So what is the answer over here? That is 30, right? 5 into 2 is 10, 10 into 3 is 30. So 30 is the LCM. Then we have to simply continue the same process. So the first fraction is 4 by 5. We have to convert this 4 by 5 into one equivalent fraction. So 5 into how much gives you 30? We know that 6 is the answer. So 4 into 6, we have to continue like this. So 24 by 30 is the equivalent fraction of 4 by 5. Simply we have to continue with 7 by 15 as well. 15 into 2 and 7 into 2. So 7 into 2 is 14 by 30. Same 3 by 10. So 3 by 10 is nothing but 10 into 3 and 3 into 3. We have to continue the same process until and unless all the fractions will come in a like fraction. All the fractions will come under in like fractions. That is our motive, right? So 3 into 3 is 9 by 30, right? If you see the process, each and every process are absolutely similar. For 4 by 5 we have to multiply it with 6, so 6 is getting multiplied with the numerator as well. For 7 by 15 2 is the number, for 3 by 10 3 is the number. Now comes half. What we have to do? 2 into 15 gives you 30 and 1 into 15. So the answer is 15 by 30. So now all the 4 fractions are like fractions, right? All the 4 fractions are like fractions. So we can simply calculate the ascending order of this particular data. So what we have to do? Just find out, ascending order is nothing but lowest to largest, right? So lowest number is what? Well, what is the smallest number? Smallest number is 9 by 30. So 9 by 30 is the first number. Then we have to give this sign, less than sign, right? Because 9 by 30 is less than which number? 14 by 30. Then comes again less than, that is 15 by 30. And last but not the least, 24 by 30, right? So what is the original form of 9 by 30? 9 by 30 is nothing but 3 by 10 less than 14 by 30 is 7 by 15. Then 15 by 30, 15 by 30 is half, and last but not the least 4 by 5 is the answer. So that is the ascending order for question number 3, 1. And question number 2, it is very much similar. First we have to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction, then we have to repeat the same process. So question number 3, 2, you just do it in your classwork copy, right? So now comes question number 6. Question number 6 is find the difference of the following fraction. Question number 5, you can easily do it. Just understand this question number 6, you can easily do question number 5 as well. So for question number 6, what is the first number? First question is 7 by 11 minus 4 by 11. The same process will repeat. First we have to find out whether it is coming under like fractions or unlike fractions. So for the first question is very much similar to our last video, that is 7 by 11 minus 4 by 11. Here the fractions are like fractions, so we can simply divide, or we can simply subtract these numbers. These numbers means this numerator as well, because the denominators are same. So 11 will remain like this, and 7 minus 4, that is 3 by 11. So that is the question number 1 of question, that is the question number 6, 1, right? One more question, let's say question number 4. Question number 4 is mixed fraction. So first, what is the process? First we have to do what? First we have to convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So how do we do it? 2 into 3, that is 6. 6 plus 1 by 2, right? 6 plus 1 by 2 minus 5 into 2 plus 1 by 5, right? Some steps I am just skipping out and some steps I am showing, right, for your convenience as well. So 6 plus 1 is 7 by 2 and 5 into 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11 by 5. So what the fractions are like or unlike? Definitely these fractions are unlike fractions. So first we have to convert this unlike fractions into like fractions. So for 2 and 5, what we have to do? We have to calculate the LCM. So LCM of 2 and 5. So what is the LCM of 2 and 5? 2 is a prime number and 5 is also prime number. So the answer is 5 into 2. So 5 into 2 is 10 basically, right? 5 into 2 is 10 basically. So we have to convert this 7 by 2 into the equivalent fraction. So 2 into 5 will give you 10 and 7 into 5 minus 11 by 5, just extend this by 5 into 2 will give you 10. So we have to multiply this 2 with the numerator as well, right? So 7 into 5 is 35 by 10 minus 22 by 10. Now the fractions are like fractions, so easily we can calculate the answer. So 35 minus 22, what is the net result? What is the net result? Easily we can find it. That is 5 minus 2 is 3 and 3 minus 2 is 1. So 13 by 10 is the required answer. So what is the type of fraction? That is 13 by 10, where the numerator is greater than the denominator, that is improper fraction. And for that purpose, for that question number 1, what is that type of fraction? That is 3 by 11 proper fraction. Remember that. So now comes question number 7. Question number 7 is simplify the following expression. Here 3 different fractions are given and we have to find out the answer of this particular expression. So what we have to do, first of all, we have identified there are mixed fractions are there, 2 mixed fractions are there. So first we have to calculate that mixed fraction and we can just easily convert it into improper fraction. So that is our first task. Write the solution and then what is the answer? 4 1 by 4. What we have to do? 4 into 4, that is 16. 16 plus 1 by 4. And for 3 2 by 3, what we have to do? 3 into 3 plus 2 by 3, right? So 11. 16 plus 1 is 17 by 4. 17 by 4 minus 17 by 4 minus 3 into 3 9. 9 plus 2, that is 11. So 11 by 3. Now comes when one number is idle. Let's say 11 is there and we have to convert this 11 into a fraction. What we have to do? We just simply write 11 by 1. 11 by 1. So what is the denominator? 1, 4 and 3. Now see, 1 is a composite number. What is not composite number? What is not composite? What type of number? That is natural number, let's say. 1, 4 and 3. So what is the LCM of 1, 4 and 3? LCM of 1, 4 and 3. What we have to do? LCM of 1, 4 and 3. Right? We have to simply calculate 4 and 3 because 1 will not create any problem. So 4, 1, 3, 1, 1. Right? So 4 into 3 is 12. So the LCM is 12, right? Now we just simply convert this fraction into equivalent fraction. That is very easy. The same process keeps repeating, right? You just crack one method and you can apply this method to each and every questions of exercise 2A or let's say 2B, 2C, whatever it is, right? You just need to crack the methodology. What is the crux behind this topic, right? So what is the crux over here? We have to simply convert this fractions into equivalent fraction. That is the crux over here. So 1 into 12, 17 by 4, 4 into how much gives you 12? That is 3. 17 into 3 and then minus 3 is over here, 3 into 4 and 11 into 4, right? So 11 into 12 is what? 12 into 10 is 120. 120 plus 12 is 132. So 132 by 12 minus 17 into 3 is 51 by 12 minus 44 by 12. Now all the denominators are absolutely same, so the process is much more easier. I'm going to continue this process in this side, but you have to continue in your copy from this side only, right? No need to draw this line. All right, so 12 will come like this, and 132 minus 51 minus 44. Now see, 132 minus 51 is what? 132 minus 51 is 2 minus 1, that is 1, and 13 minus 5 is how much? That is 8. That is 8. So 81 minus 44 by 12. Now 81 minus 44. 81 minus 44 is what? 11. 11, 1 carry, right? 11 minus 4 is 7. And here 7 will remain. So 7 minus 4 is 3. So 37, I just write it over here. 37 by 12 is the required answer for question number 7, 2. So the next question is question number 10. What is question number 10? Tanay spends 2 by 7 of his leisure time. Leisure time is free time, let's say. Free time reading storybooks and 3 by 14 playing football, and the rest of the time watching TV. So what is the question? Find the fraction of his leisure time spent watching TV. So we have to calculate the fraction for watching TV. That is the question basically. One more thing that you have to understand. If I do the sum of all the fractions, it will be 1. How that is 1? Let's go back to the concept of fraction. What I have discussed, that there is one pizza and it is divided into 4 equal parts. So the one part is 1 by 4, right? So if I want to calculate this part, let's say this part, so what is the fraction for this part? That is 1 by 4. If I want to calculate this part, so what is the fraction for this part? That is 1 by 4. And if I want to calculate this part, what will be the fraction for this particular part? That is 1 by 4. Now see one thing. If I add all the 4 quantities, so what will be the answer that is coming up? If I add all the 4 quantities, let's say, so all the 4 fractions are like fractions. So 4, 1 plus, how many ones are there? 4 ones are there. So 1 plus 1 plus 4 is basically 4 by 4. And what is 4 by 4? That is 1. So what we have understood, if I add all the fractions in a given condition, then the answer will be 1. And why am I saying this? And why am I picking this particular topic once again? Because it is related to the question. What is the question over here? 2 by 7 of his leisure time or free time he spent on reading storybooks, 3 by 14 playing football, and the rest of the time watching TV. Now what is rest? In a complete whole, he just divided. Let's say this is our time, and he divided one third of his portion reading storybooks, that is 2 by 7, right? And the another part he spent on playing football, that is 3 by 14. So we have to calculate this part. So if I only subtract whole, if I subtract this 2 fraction from the whole, we can find out the answer of this particular portion, isn't it? Do you understood or not? Let me just clear this data once again. let me just draw this figure once again, right? Now focus. What is the fraction over here? 2 by 7 spent on reading storybooks and 3 by 14 playing football, and we have to calculate this part, right? So the total part we have calculated, that is 1, right? So the total is 1. If I subtract these two quantities from 1, then what will remain? If I just reduct these two particles, these two portions, let's say, so what will remain? This portion only, this portion only. So what we have to do, we just subtract these two fractions from 1 and we can easily find out the answer. I think the concept is clear. Now how to write this? So first we have to write Tanay spends time for reading equal to 2 by 7. Tanay spends time for playing. How much? That is 3 by 14, right? And for watching TV we have to find out. So Tanay spends time for watching TV equal to what? Equal to what? 1 minus 2 by 7 minus 3 by 14, right? Now we can simply find out the answer. So 7 and 14, what is the LCM of 7 and 14? What is the LCM? LCM of 7 and 14. So what is the LCM for 7 and 14? 7 is the common factor between 7 and 14. So 1 and 2 and 2 again, 1 comma 1. So what is the LCM? That is 7 into 2. So 7 into 2 is 14. 14 is the LCM. And now we have to convert this data into like fractions. So 1 by 1. So 1 into what? 14. 1 into 14 minus 2 into 7 into 2 and 2 into 2. And 3 by 14 will remain same because we have to convert this denominator into 14 and 14 is already there. So we don't need to calculate much. So 14 by 14 is there. 4 by 14 and 3 by 14. So the denominators are absolutely same. Denominators are absolutely same, right? So 4 minus 4, 14 minus 4 minus 3. So 14 minus 4 is what? That is 10. And 10 minus 3 is what? 10 minus 3 is what? 7. So 7 by 14 is the answer. Now see, one more thing. What I have told you, we have to convert each and every fractions into its simplest form. What is simplest form? That is converting equivalent fraction into either improper fraction or proper fraction. So let's say 7 by 14 is there. What is the common factor between 7 and 14? That is what? That is what? That is 7 only. So we just simply cancel out 7 from each numerator and denominator. So 1 will remain here and 2 will remain here. So what is the answer? 1 by 2. So the answer is 1 by 2. So Tanay spends time for watching TV is what? It is 1 by 2. So the last question for today's video is question number 12, that is what should be added to 12 2 by 5 to get 18 9 by 25. So the question is what should be added to 12 2 by 5, what should be added? So you have to fill this box to get 18 9 by 25. Now see, definitely we have understood that 18 9 by 25 is greater than 12 2 by 5 because we have to put some other quantities to equalize this data, to convert this data into 18 9 by 25, right? So when one number is greater than the another number and the question is that what should be added to that particular quantity to convert that quantity into 9 by 25 or some other fractions as well. So the process is very much same, that is we have to subtract this number, from this number to get the box, right? So what is the process? The required fraction is now put one column 18 9 by 25 minus 12 2 by 5, right? So just simply calculate this 18 into 25. Now see, 18 into 5 is 90, 9 carries, 18 into 2 is 36, 36 plus 9 is 45. So 45 plus 9 by 25 minus 12 into 5 is 60, 60 plus 2 is 62 by 5, right? 62 by 5. So what is the answer? 459 by 25 minus 62 by 5. Now see, different denominators are there, so what is the process to convert this denominators into one single number? So what is the LCM of 25 and 5? LCM of 25 and 5. So 25 comma 5, that is 5 is the common number between 25 and 5. 5 and 1 and 1. So LCM is what? LCM is 5 into 5, that is 25. So 25 is there only, so we don't need to convert this number. So the process will coming under this particular fraction. So 459 25 minus 62 into 5 by 5 into 5, right? So 62 into 5 is what? 62 into 5 is what? 62 into 5 is basically 5 into 2 10, 10 1 carries, 5 into 6 is 30, 30 plus 1 is 31 by 25. Now the fractions are absolutely same, like fractions are there. So we have to do, I just continue over here because space is very less. So 25 will remain same, and 459 minus 310. So what is the answer? 9 minus 0 is 9, 5 minus 1 is 4, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So 149 by 25 is the required answer. So if I want to calculate, if I want to convert this improper fraction to mixed fraction, what we have to do? Now simply divide this number 149 and 25. So 25 into 5 is 125, and 25 into 6 is 150. So 125, and 9 minus 5 is 4, and 4 minus 2 is 2. So how do we write this in mixed fraction? First of all, what should be the, whatever maybe the quotient is, we just write this quotient over here, right? And what is the remainder? Remainder is 24, so it is coming under numerator. And what is the denominator? Denominator is the divisor, so 25, right? So what is the process? Let me just repeat this process once again. First we have to divide 149 with 25. So 25 into 5 is 125. We have to find out the nearest number, yes, which is being multiplied with 25. So 25 into 5 is 125. So what is the remainder over here? That is 24. So this remainder is basically our numerator, right? And 5 is that natural number which is in between 24 and 25. So that is the mixed fraction of 149 by 25. So that's all for today. up to question number 12, and whatever remains you just do in your classwork copy. And if you find any confusion, you just make sure you just text me in WhatsApp, whatever maybe the confusion is. I'll make sure that I will clear all your doubts. So that's all for today. Have a nice day. Bye bye.